OK. Now, your security when doing anything these days is vital, and so it is the case when internet dating. How safe really are you? We decided to look into this and had a chat with Emma, who works in the customer care team at olderdatingonline.com.
Every photo, profile, message, diary entry, icebreaker and video that is uploaded onto the site by a member will actually be submitted to the moderation queue, and a moderator will then be required to have a look at each submission in order to make sure that the content is suitable for the website, but most importantly to ensure that that member is genuine. So there are lots of things that we take into consideration when looking for scammers on the site. These are things like we can check the sign-up IP address information, so that means checking that matches up with the location and address that has been provided at registration, checking these people are where they say they are. There are also more common scammer ages on some sites than others. So depending on the site that has been joined and the age entered, we can tell whether or not they're likely to be a scammer. We will also check personal details such as the occupation, the income, marital status, ethnicity and religion of the member. All of these can be used to identify a scammer. And then any profile text that is uploaded will be moderated. We can pick out certain words in the text, such as God-fearing, soulmate, honest, caring. These all tend to indicate a scammer, and the scammers will often just use a long list of adjectives to describe themselves. Then photos, we can check fake-looking photos to see if they appear anywhere else on the internet using a Google extension. And good-looking and professional-looking photos, which tend to make the person look too good to be true, generally will belong to a scammer. And finally, private messages of a scammer will be impersonal and brief and may use terms such as hello dear or hello beauty, and they're often trying to give out their private email address to try and take that conversation away from the site and therefore away from our moderation. So we're looking out for all of those things. We also have a system by which members can report other members that they may come across on the website. So if a member is concerned about another member's behaviour, they can let us know at the click of a button, and we will check that person out within 20 minutes of receiving the report.
I mean, it sounds like you're doing quite a lot there.
Yeah.
But sort of the members themselves, I mean, when you're on these sites, should you give out how much information should you give out to people you're chatting to? Should you give out your mobile number or your personal email address so that, you know, ahead of a date, if you've arranged a date, or should you not?
Well, I would advise against giving out any personal information until you've conversed with that other member for a reasonable amount of time and you trust that they seem to be genuine. If the conversation flows well and it is a two-way conversation where you're both asking and answering questions, then the person is likely to be genuine. So that's fine to give out your email address and mobile number and take it from there. But I would advise against giving out your address until you've at least met the person. But by all means, once you've been chatting to someone for a little while, either give out your telephone number or ask for theirs, as talking on the phone and being able to hear someone's voice is a fairly good gauge of whether or not they are who they say they are.
And when you actually have found somebody and sort of arranging a date, is it a good idea to maybe arrange to meet at a neutral place and tell people where you're going, just as a sort of added level of security? Yeah,
definitely. I would say always meet somebody in a public place for your first date, a coffee bar or something like that, and let a friend know where you're going. So it's all, keep yourself safe. I don't think meeting in a private home or anything like that is a very good idea. Not right at the beginning anyway.
And there has been in the last sort of few months or so been media reports about some internet dating sites, some companies sending sort of false messages and winks and that type of thing. What would you say to those sort of those reports?
Yeah, there have been some stories in the media suggesting some dating websites do this, but all of our sites' profiles are user-generated.
That was Emma from olderdatingonline.com.
The Dating Show, brought to you by olderdatingonline.com.
Hello, I'm Graham Dean.
That's the sound of love songs 24/7.